Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful peplum top. Please, before you go, kindly subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. This channel needs a lot of love from you. So here are the measurements I'll need. First thing I do is to fold the fabric into two using my bust measurement, since it's the largest part of my upper body. I cut out 2 pieces of my desired length plus allowance. I had extra 4 inches with the width, and then I had extra 2 inches with the length. Because this is a peplum top, we only need the length up till our waistline. The peplum part makes up for the part of the total blouse length. I take the piece for the front bodice. Using my bust point measurement, I fold part of it. My bust point, that is my measurement from nipple to nipple at the highest point of my bust, is 8 inches. That will form the basis of my dart. I divide it into 2, which is 4. Then I had ½ inch allowance, making it 4.5 inches. Because this is a tube top, I want my neckline to be 7 and 9 respectively, because I want it asymmetrical at the front part. So I start my measurement from 6.5 inches, so that I have ½ inch allowance for the top bodice. Then I insert my armhole measurement, which is 8. I insert my bust line and my waistline as well. I take out 1.5 inches from the waist and 1 inch from the neckline. Since my bust point is 4.5 with allowance, then for my waistline I use 3 inches, because I have removed 1.5 from my bust point to make the waist part, and then for my neckline I use 3.5 inches. I join the points together and then I cut it. I initially just took out 1 inch for the neckline and the waist, but then I realized later on that the waist was not as cinched as I wanted to be, so I added some more 0.5 inch. After I cut it, this is what the front bodice look like. I do not insert the final measurement at this point. I wait until I have joined everything, all the pieces together. I know this whole process sounds complex. Let me know if you don't understand, and I can spend more time making a comprehensive video on this. For the back bodice, I fold it into 2. I take out the zip allowance, which is 1 inch, and then from that straight line I start to insert my measurements. I want my neckline for the back to be 7 inches, and then I insert my armhole, which is 8 inches, my bust line and my waistline. I had an extra 2 inches allowance. So from the zipper line I measure 4.5 inches and I cut that to make the dart for the back. So I'll be using 1 inch, half inch on each side to sew the dart, and then the other 1 inch allowance will be for the side. What I do next is to cut out the linings. I use the main fabric to cut out the front part, and then I use a lining fabric for the back. Then I cut the peplum part. I will not spend much time on this as I already have another video that describes exactly what I'm doing here. The only difference is the length and the fact that we're joining this to the main bodies and not a waistband. So you guys can click in the video right above to find out more on how I made this peplum part. Then I iron on some some interfacing on the front bodies to give it more structure. I also had more padding to the bust area, just for the bust area, to give it more structure as well. It's time to start adding all these pieces together. As soon as I am done joining the pieces together for the front bodies, I then insert my measurement. I cut out my neckline first since I'm making it asymmetrical. I'm just going to get that out of the way. Then I'll join it with the lining fabric. The part I did not show you here is the fact that I slashed this part, the corner right here. I slash it so that it will ease the fabric. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but like if you don't, let me know and then I'll explain it better. So now I start inserting my measurement for the front bodies. I fold it into two from the dart point. I insert my bust line and waistline. Since my bust is 42.2 inches, I divide that into 4 and I'll be using 10.5 on each side. But since I already have 4 up until that point, then I insert 6.5 from that point plus allowance. I do the same for the waist measurement. I have 3.5 already, then I insert my waist measurement divided by 4 minus that 3.5. So now I have 5.7. From that point I had the allowance and then I join everything together and I cut it out. Next, I join the back pieces from the zipper allowance. Then I place both back and front piece together and sew everything together to make the main bodies. I put some finishing touches on my peplum by adding the horsehair braid. Also, you find this in the video I linked earlier. I like using the horsehair braid because it gives it a lot. It It changes the whole game of peplum. It makes it really flattering. It's really nice, guys. Now I mark my waistline on the main bodice because this is the point where I'll be joining the peplum. So then I place the peplum and then I use pins to secure it, and then I go to my sewing machine and I sew everything together. Next thing we're gonna do is to add the zipper, and then the top is almost done at this point. Then I had the straps. Since this is for me, I place it on my body to check correct placement of the straps. It's really easy because I'm making it for myself. If you're making it for someone else, then you can use the measurements. Since if the neckline starts from 7, for example, then you already know you're making strap of 7 by 2, that's 14, and then you join it with the main bodice. Or you can just use a dress form for accuracy. I like using dress forms. I'm not using dress form in this video, but I really like using dress forms. That's what I use to sew dresses for my clients. And this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As you can see, I like this top so much, more because it's doing a great job at covering my mama belly. Not so much my mama boobs, but you know, I'll still take one win. I'm not complaining. I really like it. It's covering all the things that I wanted to cover, which is nice.